I really enjoy reading books or listening to messages from people like Bill Johnson, who is totally believing in miracles. The kingdom of God would come down and be on earth as it is in heaven. But he's real with it. He's kind of saying, hey, there's things out there that we can't understand and can't be explained, and I admit that, but we're still believing for these. And that was how my faith was progressing at that time, and I was having a few regrets, thinking, wow, why didn't I start in the missions things earlier on? Why did I wait all of this time? But you have to move on from that. And now, so that was kind of the mid part of my sickness, and now where I'm up to is I haven't got hard, I've got pain in my body, but it's very much under control with the drugs that I'm taking. Sorry. It's come under control with the drugs I'm taking, but where I'm at is basically I can't eat. I'm haven't eaten anything for the last 3 days now at all, and I just can't eat. I just am nauseated, and if I take some, I can't even have my pills at any medication apart from anything that's injected into me, or I've got morphine on my patches on my skin that just goes into my system. But so obviously if I can't eat, it's not good news. But I'm still expecting that miracle. I'm still holding on for because of that word that I had right at the beginning. I've less regrets now. Like I'm not thinking of what I should have done or anything. I'm just trying to be real with God and open to God and stay close to God. And I want my family and everyone to, my friends, to be proud of me as I'm going through what I'm going through. And I'm not going through this on my own. It's two of us that are going through this journey together. And Jill has been unbelievably fantastic, and I'm just so glad that she's sticking with me through the thick and thin. She sees everything that I go through. I'm pretty much totally dependent on her for everything, for basically everything. I need her for that, and she's just totally there for me and can't do enough for me, which is unbelievable. And my kids, they mean the world to me. And this is when you come to a place like I am at the moment, where I'm contemplating, death. That what is meaningful? What do you And it's family and friends. I'm just so glad that I made good decisions in the beginning to be with my kids and support them, and as well as I could, going to all of their cricket and soccer and netball and but they mean the world to me, and that's what it's all about. And my friends, I've got some just amazing friends, and I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that that we have, Jill and I have given of ourselves, because it's better to give than to receive. That's what Jesus said, and we can honestly say that we have given quite a bit of ourselves. We ran the church, the youth church at CCC for about 6 years or something, was it, before Dean took over, and that was while holding down, doing full-time work and stuff, and the friends that we've made, the young what were young 15, 16-year-olds. Now they're all having families and stuff now, and it's just awesome to see them growing up and still calling us friends, even though we're so much older. And a lot of the parents of those kids, we've grown so close to as well, which is great. And it's those are the things that count rather than the All Blacks losing to France or anything trivial like that. And I'm to be honest, I'm tired of fighting my sickness. I have to admit that. I had my 52 and I'm still alive birthday party a couple of weeks ago, which was a fantastic time, but I didn't actually know whether I was going to make it through to that. For about a week before then, I was in such a bad state, physically and emotionally, that I was thinking, wow, how am I going to make it through to this? But also, do I want to make it through to it? And I feel like I'm trapped inside a body that my mind is still totally there. I'm totally, well, I think I am anyway. It's the morphine. But I'm trapped inside it, and my body gets really agitated with that. I'm kind of, here I am. If only I could just get, I feel like I just want to get up and walk and be normal and do things like everyone else is doing, but unfortunately I can't at this point. And in Philippians, in slide 3, Philippians 1:21 to 24, it's like Paul said, "My eager expectation and hope is that I shall not be put to shame in any way, but that with all boldness, now as always, Christ will be magnified in my body, whether by life or by death. For me, life is Christ and death is gain. If I go on living in the flesh, that means fruitful labour for me, and I do not know which I shall choose. I am caught between the two. I long to depart this life and be with Christ, for that is far better. Yet I remain in the flesh, for it is more necessary for your benefit." And read him for your benefit, my family and my kids and Jill, because it's going to be so much harder for them. I know where I'm going.